Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, and today we're coming in from Opelucid City where the Emperors are desperately trying to end their 4-game losing streak. That is right, the Dragon types have lost 4 games in a row, and today they're going up against the Goldenrod Aces as the normal type side are trying to get themselves back into a Leaders 8 position. So let us know in the comments below who you think will win this one. Will it be the Dragon types? Will it be the normal types? Let's send it down. Now, side who are watching this match very closely are the Glissato Nordics, because if the Goldenrod Aces win, they will be mathematically out of contention of qualifying for the Victory Road Series, as it is Ursaluna and Slacking starting out for the Goldenrod Aces, and we get a Supersonic from Ursaluna immediately onto Dragalge, as it is joined by Tatsugiri on the side of the Opelucid Emperors, and Dragalge has become confused as Slacking now with the Shell Side Arm onto Dragalge. Not very effective, still gets a good hit there on the part Poison type though, as we get the Lumina Crash from Tatsugiri onto Slacking here, and that is immediately going to lower that special defense of the normal type a great deal. Now Dragalge needs to shake off this confusion, and it is successful as it will go for the Mega Kick onto Slacking. Looks like the Dragon types are trying to get Slacking off this field as the Flying Press from Ursaluna will be avoided by Dragalge, and Slacking with that Truant ability is going to be left loafing around as Tatsugiri is going to go for the Shadow Claw, but that does not affect Ursaluna. Unfortunately, the normal types are immune to ghost type attacks as Dragalge still in a confused state, yet again shakes it off and is going to go for the Stomp, continuing to go for Slacking here as Ursaluna now is going to go with the Mega Kick. But Dragalge is able to get out of the way of that attack, and Slacking follows it up with the Defense Curl, so it is going to give itself a defense boost here. Unfortunately, it will not be followed up by a rollout, as a Sing now from Tatsugiri is going to put Ursaluna to sleep on the field. So we have the sleeping Ursaluna and the Truant Slacking, as Dragalge still in a confused state, but it is yet to do damage to itself. But now it is unsuccessful. It does do damage to itself. You always hate to see it, as Ursaluna is fast asleep on the field, and that loafing around Slacking doing absolutely nothing. And the Opelucid Emperors could capitalize here as Tatsugiri with the speed swap. This is a very smart play, switching that speed with Ursaluna there. It has been shown to be the quickest on the field, as Dragalge still in a confused state, and yet again though, this time it is successful in shaking off, going with the Absorb onto Ursaluna, trying to capitalize on that part ground typing, as Ursaluna has its energy drained, but it is revealed to be a Zoroark, a Hisuian Zoroark in its illusion form, and now Tatsugiri sets up the electric terrain after it is now the quickest on the field. It has swapped its speed with Zoroark. It sets up the electric terrain, which is now running over the battlefield, and the defend order now from Slacking. It is going to boost its defense here, which is base 100, as well as boosting that special defense. And Zoroark has already woken up, seeing that its illusion has worn off. It does go for the Dragon Dance. And with that, Zoroark does boost its attack as well as boosting its speed, see if it can be quicker than Tatsugiri now. Dragalge is finally snapped out of its confusion. It is going to go with the Moon Blast onto Slacking, and Slacking is eliminated. The Opelucid Emperors get the first one on the board, and now out comes the real Ursaluna for the Goldenrod Aces, as Zoroark, back to being the quickest on the field, goes with the Zen Headbutt onto Tatsugiri, gets a massive hit there, and Tatsugiri has flinched after what happened, allowing Ursaluna to capitalize with the Dark Pulse onto Dragalge, get some good damage in there, sorry, as the Thunderbolt from Dragalge will not affect Ursaluna. It is part ground type, and Zoroark, who's part ghost type, will bounce up, springing up high into the sky. And Tatsugiri, seeing it go up there, goes with the Absorb onto Ursaluna, the real Ursaluna, which is super effective. Tatsugiri will have a little bit of health restored in the process after Ursaluna had its energy drained. Ursaluna looks to respond though with the Guard Split onto Tatsugiri, which means it's going to share its guard there, averaging out those defenses. And now we get the Luna Dance from Dragalge. It is going to take itself out of this matchup. This is a very risky play because the Opelucid Emperors were in front, but now out comes Appleton for the Opelucid Emperors, and Zoroark comes down hard with that bounce and eliminates Tatsugiri from this matchup. The Goldenrod Aces have just taken the lead, and Ursaluna with the round onto Appleton here. Appleton taking a decent amount of damage and looking to respond with the String Shot. This is going to greatly lower the speed of the two normal types. I don't know that Appleton's 30 base speed will be enough, but it is going to be joined by Flapple on the field, and Flapple is quicker than the two normal types, going for the Smog there onto Ursaluna, which is not very effective. Zoroark looking to respond though with the Electro Web. This hits both Appleton and Flapple for not very effective damage. It does lower the speed of Appleton and Flapple in the process, as well as Ursaluna now. With the Moonlight, it's going to restore its health, and it will get itself back to full strength with that Moonlight, as Appletun with the Powder Snow, capitalizing on that Park Ground typing of Ursaluna, also connects with Zoroark in the process, and the electricity has disappeared from the field, and Zoroark, back to being the quickest on the field, goes with the high horsepower onto Flapple. Not very effective, does get a good hit though, but Flapple does look to respond, going with the Psy Beam here onto Zoroark. Gets a really good hit, and Ursaluna follows it up with the Mist on the field, so its side has become shrouded in that mist, as Appletun with the Acupressure is going to help out Flapple here by giving it a boost in its special attack. Flapple has that 95 base special attack, as well as the Tri-Attack from Zoroark, and Flapple is eliminated. That special attack boost does not matter now, as Ursaluna looks to follow it up with the Flare Blitz. Gets a good hit on Appletun there, capitalizing on that Park Grass typing, as Ursaluna does get a little bit of recoil damage. And now we get the Future Sight being set up by Appletun on a Zoroark for what it did to Flapple. Clearly Appletun was not impressed, and now out comes Haxorus on the side of the Oppelucid Emperors with that Unnerve ability, making the Aces too nervous to eat their Leper Berries. And with the speed advantage, it goes for the Ice Punch onto Ursaluna. Super effective. Ursaluna is able to hold on. It's in knockout range, and Zoroark with the Mach Punch onto Appletun now. Ursaluna follows it up with the Dark Pulse. Appletun's holding on by a thread. It goes with the Power Gem, and it looks like it's going for Ursaluna. Ursaluna's able to hold on after that not very effective move. Haxorus could capitalize. It goes with the Torment onto Zoroark. Zoroark has been subjected to that Torment. We will see it struggle soon, but first it goes with the Crush Claw to finish off Appletun. Appletun is eliminated from this matchup, and Ursaluna follows it up with the Bug Bite onto Haxorus. If Ursaluna can't eat its own Leper Berry, it's going to steal Haxorus's and proceed to eat its instead. A fantastic play there by Ursaluna, although it is still always terrible to see another Pokemon stealing another Pokemon's food. But Zoroark has been eliminated by that Future Sight attack. Appletun having that payoff, as out comes Weirdeer for the Goldenrod Aces. It is Altaria for the Oppelucid Emperors with that Cloud 9 ability. But Weirdeer has the Intimidate ability, lowering the attack stat of both Altaria and Haxorus has 147 base attack, as it goes with the Frenzy Plant to eliminate Ursaluna with that super effective hit. I do not think it needed to go for a move that powerful to eliminate Ursaluna, but it did get the job done, as the coaching from Altaria is going to boost that attack stat of Haxorus back up, as well as boosting that defense in the process. And now Weirdeer is going to go with the Nuzzle, trying to capitalize on that part flying typing of Altaria, but it's also left it paralyzed here, so it is going to slow it down and may actually be unable to move due to that paralysis, as that Mist no longer protects the Goldenrod Aces. And out comes Oranguru on the normal type side, and Haxorus having to recharge after the Frenzy Plant allows Weirdeer to set up an Uproar, doing massive damage to Altaria. Whilst it's causing that uproar, Oranguru is going to go with the Shadow Claw onto Haxorus, gets a good hit, and Altaria looking to respond with the Crunch onto Weirdeer, capitalizing on that part Psychic type, and it is super effective as Weirdeer continues to make that uproar. Haxorus no longer recharging, goes with the Clanging Scales, hitting both Weirdeer and Oranguru. Haxorus does lower its defense in the process, but Weirdeer continuing to cause the uproar eliminates Haxorus from this match. Altaria is all by itself. Oranguru is going to go with the extra sensory. Altaria is in knockout range, it shakes off its paralysis, goes with the Psychic on the Psychic normal type of Oranguru, so it's not very effective. Oranguru tanks that hit, and Weirdeer continuing to make an uproar is going to eliminate Altaria from this matchup, giving the Goldenrod Aces the victory. The Glisado Nordics, who have been fighting to keep their season alive, are mathematically now out of contention, and the Oppelucid Emperors are still at risk of taking the Twisted Spoon, as the Aces have moved up into 12th place next round. They will be taking on the Moss Deep Mystics as they battle it out for a place in the Victory Road Series. The Emperors next round will be going up against the Holon Heroes, but until then, Nidorinas and Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.